Crafty-ria.
Hello, it's Crafty-ria. Welcome to another video. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you're here today. I will be doing some projects with some awesome products that I received from Lbeads. I will put the links to everything in the description box below. I also have a coupon code for 3% off your entire order, and that coupon code will be in the description box below. Check their website. They do have some specials almost all of the time, and their prices are super duper reasonable. The first thing I will be using is this pack of pearlized paper. This pack comes, I think there are 20 sheets of paper in this pack, and we have 2 sheets of each color. There's this beautiful purple. I'm trying to get the camera to pick up the pearly part in it. Super pretty. And this pink, this peacock blue, and this salmon color, the gray or silver, and this bronzy color, this yellowish gold or goldenrod, this dark red, dark blue, and then the white. And the white does have a pearly look to it. So I will be using this paper as the base for my projects today. I will also be using some of this beautiful trim that I received from them. It is floral trim. And I think you get a yard of each, and it's just these flowers. These are the smaller size in this white and yellow, and then we have the larger size with the white and pink, yellow and purple, white and orange, and then white and black, or black and white. There you go. So we have those, and I'll be using some of those today in my projects. I will also be using some of this adhesive tape. It's double-sided adhesive, and it is, I think it's about 5/8 of an inch thick, and it does tear really easily. I'll be using some of my own products from my own stash as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll start off with something super easy. I want to show you how versatile the trim is and what you can do with just a store-bought card. Here is just a regular thank you card, but I want to add a little something to it. I thought this trim that is the pink and white, or white and pink, would be really pretty right along the edges, and it just so happens that 5 of the flowers fit perfectly across the width of the card. So I'm just going to trim 5, and I'll put 5 at the top and 5 at the bottom. And for this, I'm going to use these glue dots because they fit perfectly on the back of each of these flowers. So what I will do is take one of these glue dots and I will stick one on the back of each of the flowers, and then I will adhere them to the card. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. I have the trim all attached to the card. I hope you like it. It's a super easy way you can take any store-bought card and make it your own. Add a little extra to it and it looks really pretty. The next thing I'm going to do is to make a card from scratch, sort of from scratch. I received this beautiful peacock in Happy Mail from my friend Dawn. It's beautiful. She knows I love peacocks, and she sends me a lot of peacocks. So I have that, and I thought it went really pretty on this blue background. This paper from Lbeads is thick. It's like regular cardstock. It has pretty good weight, and it will make its own card base just perfectly. I found an envelope about the size that I wanted to use. I've received this in Happy Mail as well, and as you can see, it fits pretty good. It's a pretty good size for it. So I'm going to measure this envelope. It is about 5 1/4 inches wide. So I want to make my card base about 5 1/8 inches wide. So there's room for it in the envelope. So I'm going to use my scoring board and put my paper in the scoring board. I want you to see how really nice this paper does fold. So I'm going to crease it at 5 1/8. Or I should say I'm going to score it at 5 1/8. So I have a nice good score mark there. And to get a nice fold on any of your cardstock, when you score it on this side, flip your paper over so you have the bump there. That hump is going to go in the middle, in the center, in the fold. You're going to fold it this way. I know it seems counterintuitive, but the way your paper fibers stretch, it gives you a nice flat fold, and it will hold itself really nice. If you do it the other way, you won't get as good of a fold or as good of a crease. So there we have that. And I'm going to go ahead and just trim this to be the right size. Line it up in my paper trimmer and just cut. I've already got it at 5 1/8. And then I want to double check it and make sure there is room in the envelope. There is. There'll be plenty of room for it. And then I'm going to take a pencil, and I'm just going to mark where I need to cut it on the other dimension, other direction. There we go. So that takes the guesswork out of what size we need. I'm going to double check it, and it does fit. It will fit inside this envelope. There's a little bit on all 4 sides. I do want to check this again, and this does leave just a little bit of a border around the edge. If I needed to, I could trim it, but I think it will work out okay. I'm not going to mat it on anything else because I really don't have room to do so. And then I'm going to use some more of this trim. I think I'm going to go with this white and pink again because it just looks so pretty with this, since it has white and pink flowers in it. And 5 of them will fit perfectly across. So let me go ahead and trim that. And that will fit on the bottom there. I will set this aside. We'll put that on next. First, I will turn this over and use some of this tape on the back. There are several ways you can handle this tape. You can just tear it with your fingers. You can cut it with scissors. I'm going to use an acrylic block for stamping, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Get the edge started, and then I'm just going to set this down, put my block wherever I want to tear the tape, and just tear the tape. Now, I messed that one up because I stuck the tape down on the paper first. But that's okay. You can't see it on the front. We're going to keep going. And I'm just going to put it down on the other 3 sides. I'm going to use my bone folder and just burnish it down, and just to make sure it is adhered good to the paper. And then I'm going to peel the backing off. And then I will adhere this down on the card front where I want it. There we go. And then I will put this on the front of the card. I will do the same thing I did before. I'll use these glue dots and stick them down on the card. Okay, I have them all glue dotted on the back, and I will just place them down. You can use any type of adhesive you like. If you have wet glue that you like, then go ahead and use that. That will work just fine. Sometimes you can even cut one of these off and use it as an embellishment elsewhere on your card. So I have one here, and I think I will just put it down in that corner. Put my glue dot down where I want it to go. And then just stick the flower on there. There we go. That card is done. Super easy. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a bookmark. I have this beautiful piece of artwork that Michael sent me. She hand colored this. It's on the back of a receipt. She sent me a great envelope full of goodies, and I want to use this to make a bookmark. If you can hear that squeaking, that's my crazy bird Crichton. I don't know if you guys have been watching the channel for any length of time, you've heard him before. If not, he's my African gray parrot, and he's just a bit crazy. And I'm going to use this salmon color because it matches perfectly with the flowers on there. And I thought that would go just perfectly as a bookmark. So I'm just going to use my pencil here and kind of just mark where I want it to be, how wide I want it to be. Maybe a little more narrow than that. Not as much of an edge there. That's good. And then I think I want to go up a bit higher there. Okay. So let me go ahead and trim this up. Make sure I don't have any pencil mark left on my paper and it looks good. I'm going to do the same thing with this tape. I'm going to place it on the back of this, but since it's such thin paper, I'm going to use my scissors this time to cut the tape to be the length that I want it to be. This way there's no chance of ripping the paper. I try to get it pretty close to the edge, and then I just need a little piece. Maybe I'll just run one down the middle. I think that'll be good. That way it'll stick to the backing better. There won't be any bubbles. I do have to trim a little bit off. I made this too long. And again, I'll do the same thing. I'll just make sure it's adhered to the paper really good. And then I'll peel the backing off. And that sticks it down really nicely. Nice and firm adhesion. So I want to make the top of this look like a bookmark. You can trim it with your scissors, or I'm going to use this We Are Memory Keepers. It's a crocodile corner chomper, and I'm going to use the large angle side. There's a large and a small. And all it does is chomp the corner for me. Then I'm going to use just a regular office hole punch, and I'm going to place a hole. I'm just eyeballing it kind of in the center, right about there. I'm going to make the hole a little bit elongated. You'll see why in a second. So it's just more of an oval. And I'm going to use this smaller, the yellow daisies. And I think I want that many, 5 of them. So I'm going to take 5 and place, I'm going to feed it through the hole, kind of folding the flower a little bit just so it fits through the hole. There we go. And 3, 4, 5. Let me see how that looks with 5. I think that's a good length. I might want to do, let me do one more. Let's do 6. They go through quite easily. And then I will trim this. And then that is the tassel. But to hold it in place, I have some white and yellow twine from my stash, and I'm just going to cut off a length of this twine. And what I will do is, between those 2 flowers there, between this one and this one, catching both sides, I'm going to take my twine behind it. And I'm just going to tie this off into a knot to start off with. Crichton is very excited. I cut this piece of twine way too long, but that's okay. There we go. And I'm going to tie that into a double knot. There we go. And then I will tie it into just a bow, like you tie your shoelaces. There we go. We have the bookmark completed. I left the tails of the bow hang down as long as the tail for the bookmark. And then we have that card. And that card. I hope you enjoyed these easy, fun ideas for using this floral trim and also for using this beautiful pearlized cardstock from Lbeads. Again, I will put links to everything in the description box below, along with my coupon code for 3% off of your order. Thank you very much, Lbeads, for sending me these items to craft with. I really appreciate it, and I do really enjoy working with Lbeads. They have really good customer service. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do click on that subscribe button down there, and then click on the bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. If you like what you see, please give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what your favorite project is that I made today. And also let me know what your favorite product from Lbeads has been so far. Thanks again for watching. I do appreciate each and every one of you. And until the next video, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye.